The house smelled of cinnamon, and that was the first thing that lied to me. It was the kind of smell she made when she wanted mornings to feel like home. Warm, careful, deliberate. I reached for my mug and found a lipstick smear on the rim instead of the familiar half-moon of her coffee stain. The smear was small, absurd, and suddenly everything ordinary felt like evidence. We'd been married 6 years. Our life ran on small certainties. The same route to work, the same joke about burnt toast, the same way she breathed through deadlines. Finding that smear felt like opening a book to a page I hadn't read and realizing the plot had turned without me. I went searching, not to punish, but to understand. A receipt in a jacket pocket, a deleted calendar entry, a playlist with songs she never mentioned singing. Each discovery was less like a revelation and more like a breadcrumb trail I'd been walking past for months. When I asked her, she didn't deny it long. Her voice was quiet, in a way that made the truth feel gentler and sharper at once. "His name is Mark," she said. "It started after the conference. We talked about things and then we didn't stop." There was no melodrama in her confession, only the flat admission of a habit that had turned into something else. She told me she hadn't meant to hurt me. She said she had been seeking something she felt she had lost between us, a kind of attention that wasn't about logistics or chores, but about being seen. I met Mark because I needed a face to hang my questions on. He was younger than I expected, sincere in a way that my anger washed into something muddier. He said he didn't want to be a storybook villain. He was simply someone who had listened when she needed to speak. His remorse was real, not theatrical. It didn't fix anything, but it made the betrayal human in a way that complicated my rage. We didn't explode. That surprised me, how unsexy and uncinematic the truth was. Instead, we did the harder thing. We started small work. Therapy sessions, awkward schedules where phones were set aside, dinners with no screens, a promise to speak before drifting. The work felt like sanding a table, tedious, precise, and necessary. Forgiveness arrived in tiny increments. It wasn't a grand gesture. It was a quiet series of choices, to stay when suspicion flared, to accept an apology that meant change, to answer honestly when asked hard questions. There were setbacks, nights when jealousy felt like a physical thing, and mornings when the past felt too loud. But there were also small recoveries, a laugh shared over burnt pancakes, a hand that stayed when the house went quiet. The cinnamon smell still comes